Design Review Board meeting. Before we get started, I'm going to ask Wally to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Wally. Okay, if you haven't already done so, we'd please ask you to turn your cell phones off. And just a couple of things before we get started. When you approach the podium, please let us know who you are, the business you represent, and you can lay your plans out on the table next to the podium. And try to speak loudly because these meetings are televised live. So we'll get started tonight. We have 4 applications. The first one being DRB 2018-22, the application of Polish Spa and Hair Design at 221 Conestoga Road in Wayne for a ground sign. Polished hair. Yep. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Hi there.
My name's Sheila Stankina. I own Polish Spa and Hair Design.
Great. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay. All right. Tell us a little bit about what you plan on doing there.
Basically, keeping the sign exactly the same, except the color change. This is basically it. The both 2 sides, I think I submitted everything with the colors. The colors will be black, gray, and black, white, and like a grayish green for the initial P. That's about it. Not changing any landscape, lighting,
Okay.
sign dimensions will stay the same.
Okay, great. Good. And I know we approved that a few years ago.
Right.
The size, so.
Yep.
Everything should be okay that way. You said the lighting's going to stay the same?
Yes.
Okay. And how about the materials?
Materials are, he is going to redo the material, and he said it was Plantone. It was going to be like a plastic, some type of plastic material, so it would be a little bit more durable with the weather. And then just painting it. The colors I did submit, Plantone black, white, pale green, light gray.
You guys all right with that?
I think they put a wood with like a cover, some type of overlay.
Okay.
It wasn't metal. The metal,
Right.
he said, didn't hold up as well.
Okay, good. Jim, you okay?
Oh,
Questions?
I think it looks really nice, actually.
Has there been any problem with people backing out or pulling in if the sign blocks the highway or
No,
any
it's
issues that way?
actually, I thought about making it a little larger so people who have complaints that clients can't see it, but I wasn't going to go there.
Yeah, okay. Good move. Yeah. Okay. Questions?
No?
Comments? You're okay. Any questions for the board?
No.
Okay.
Or I should say no. I
yeah.
shouldn't say no. Is there any time limit if it's approved when I can start?
They have what, 60 or 90 days, is it?
Just apply for the permit, and we'll work with you from that standpoint. Is there a
Okay.
time frame that you're looking, or
No, I just have to give the guy
Okay.
who's doing it for me a heads up.
just apply for the permit, and you'll go from there?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Wally, want to make an approval?
Motion to approve application number DRB 201822 of Polished Spa and Hair Designs.
Here,
Seconded.
second. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Next on our agenda is DRB 2018-23, the application of Christine Shirley Sewing and Design Studio at 104 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, zoned under the Wayne Business Overlay District for an awning. Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good.
Paige with Christine Shirley. So we are currently at 104 and a half East Lancaster. We just moved next door. So we're recovering the already existing awning that was there with Hope Chest. Same color of the awning that we have now. It's Sunbrella Aquamarine. Same lettering. The name, we're just putting our full name on it. But it does fall within the guidelines of,
So she's
I guess,
right
the
here.
height restriction.
She just slided over. One
You're
story.
keeping the same awning that's
Yeah.
there now?
Mhm.
They were just before us.
Yeah, not too long
Doesn't
ago.
seem too
Of course,
long ago.
this one's a
Yeah,
little
they were
larger.
a year
so-
ago. Hope Chest was a year ago.
Yeah. And you're keeping the same color
Yep.
awning, you're just changing the...
Same color, yeah, it's
letters.
aquamarine, so it's not gonna be black anymore.
Oh,
It's gonna-
okay. Okay.
Right.
Oh, I understand. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
putting a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're basically taking the one awning and moving it, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, I mean, we're
Yeah.
fine with the other,
Right.
right to the left.
Paige, is the actual writing on the awning going to be the same size?
Same size.
Okay, because you have in your application that it's 10-inch tall letters.
I
But
know,
I think that's the
asked them-
Capitals, possibly?
Yeah,
Okay.
I asked them about that because I knew it was there was a restriction. I
Yeah.
thought it was 8.
It is 8.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it is within the parameters
Yeah, so I
of what
think,
you're
you know,
asking.
it's 8 here, and I guess these float a little bit above, which I don't think will be an issue. Okay.
And we don't have lighting.
Okay. Tim,
I think it looks nice.
what do you think?
I think it looks
Shape?
good, yeah.
Paige, any questions for us? Okay.
Nope.
Do you want to take this one, Tim?
In the matter of DRB 2018-23, the application of Christine Shirley Sewing and Design Studios for approval of an awning, move to approve.
Here a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, Paige.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Okay, moving right along. Next is DRB 2018-24, the application of Cabrini University at 610 King of Prussia Road in Radnor for a scoreboard. This is a new one. Never remember a scoreboard coming in, so breaking new ground.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks.
Good evening, Rob Lambert from Site Engineering Concepts here on behalf of Cabrini. This one should be pretty simple. The first two were pretty simple, too. On the Cabrini campus, they have a athletic field. On the lower left is the campus. On the bottom of the road is Eagle Road. The right is King of Prussia. The top is Upper Gulf. And the upper left is the athletic field that they have on campus. There's a scoreboard, and so on the right-hand side is an enlargement. There's a scoreboard at the top of the page. And the handout that I gave you is a picture of the existing scoreboard that's there. And really, they're just looking to replace and update that. And so on page 2 and 3 are 2 different alternatives, basically. It's just a different vendor. If I put up the new scoreboard in the place of the old scoreboard, I think people would just look at it and say, oh, it's new paint. I don't think you'd really even notice the difference between the two. They're both of comparable size and character.
Really don't have a problem with it. I don't know how you guys feel, Tim.
So I guess, because they're 2 different vendors, are they going to be,
We just don't know which vendor we're going to use right now. We're getting bids.
okay.
So it's really going to come down to a cost item.
And is the color going to be consistent with the colors that are on there, the
Yes.
current one?
There's no lighting or sound or anything that's being added?
They have existing sound, so the new scoreboard will have sound. There's obviously lights where they have the numbers. So there's no additional like flood lighting or anything like that that's being proposed.
There's nothing that's going to upset neighbors.
I can never be affirmative to that
Okay.
statement, but
All right.
there should be nothing
I
noxious to
guess
this.
the question is that there's nothing that is amplifying the existing lighting or existing sound with the new school board?
The new scoreboard has new sound related to it, but it actually is a better directional sound. So it's going to be away from neighbors versus right now it's a little bit more broad.
Have you gotten any complaints about the noise with the current one?
Defer to Brian Uri.
Good evening, Brian Uri, Cabrini University. To answer your question, we have 2 neighbors in particular who are unhappy with the sound, but we do follow the guidelines of Radnor Township. We make sure that if the stadium, if it's not being used, that the sound is off. But day to day, we don't have any complaints, but there are 2 neighbors who just feel that we're just too loud as a whole.
They're not here tonight,
They're not, no.
and they would have received actual constructive notice that you're going for this new sign?
I believe so, yes.
Right.
Do you feel the new scoreboard will help them out?
Yeah, actually it will, because right now the sound is at the press box, which is, if you don't, I'm sorry. So this right here this is Valley Forge Military Academy property. So this is where the press box is. The sound will now be coming from the scoreboard, so it'll actually be coming down the field and into the parking lot instead of being opened as Bob mentioned, or as Rob
Okay.
mentioned, into like a larger area.
Okay.
And are most of your games at night or daytime?
No, the majority of the games are in the afternoon and on the weekends. We do have playoff games tend to be sometimes at night. And we only have 1 field for all our teams, so we do have practices at night. But again, they're all under the guidance, and we follow the rule of the law in terms of when we can have lights on and lights off.
And I see in the one picture, I guess there are some trees buffering behind the
Correct,
scoreboard?
yes. There's trees, there's also an elevation change, a severe elevation change, and then to the Gordon property behind us.
Okay. Rob, you mentioned you're going to keep the same base, or it said in your notes, you're going to keep the same base?
That's the intent right now, yes.
Okay. I mean, it's good enough to
Yeah, it's
support
going to
a
be
new
in the
structure?
same, it's going to be in the same place, same
Okay.
location, just really replacing the signage.
Okay. All right.
Are they going to be painting the base again?
Pardon?
Are they going to be painting it? I see some rust in the one picture. I just didn't know if they were going to. I guess it was
I'm
one-
sure they're going to be improving, doing whatever maintenance is needed to it. You can't really see it from anywhere.
No problem.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? Wally, you all right?
Yeah.
Any comments, questions for the board? You guys are good? Okay. You want to take this,
Yeah, in the
Wally?
matter of DRB 2018-24, Cabrini University, move to approve.
Seconded.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay. Okay, last on the agenda tonight is DRB 2018-25, the application of KMO Realty Associates at 550 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for building addition, facade, and wall signage. Hi.
Hello, how are
Hey.
you?
This may help you out. I see you have 3 people there, so, yeah. Okay.
So I'm Ken Marshall with Olsham Properties, representing the owner KMO.
Great.
We own St. David Square. We were in here in April, so this is sort of an update on what we showed you in April, what was approved in April. As you recall, with me today, I've got Adam Pahovich, who's our architect with MS Consultants, and we got Rob here as well. So just to give you a quick update on what we're talking about here, we had the old Bed Bath & Beyond space that we're moving forward with converting that building into 2 separate tenants. So that's what we presented in April. Since our April appearance, we've been working with 2 specific tenants. They've given us some specific comments about some of the coloration, some of the facade dimensions and things like that. So we're going to talk about that today, and then we also would like to discuss signage as well. Is there anything on the site that you want to review, Rob?
No,
While we're talking about that.
I wanted to point out the 3 pieces to this. So, as was discussed, we have the 2 facade pieces, and then the one piece that we briefly spoke about last time was a loading dock. We were putting an overhang over that. One of the tenant requirements is actually to enclose it. It is behind existing walls on the property, so you don't even see it. But basically, we're going to put walls on the side of the enclosure.
In addition, oh, sorry.
I was just going to ask you, has the plan changed much from when we saw it 2 months ago, as far as the facade?
I can go over that right now.
Okay, very
So,
good, thanks.
Adam Pahovich, MS Consultants, the architect working on the project. So as far as the facade itself, the changes from what was previously shown.
Yeah.
So what we did here is we made these entry components more proportional than what was shown before. I believe they were a lot smaller than this. Right now, they're both shown at 56 lineal feet wide. We kind of reworked some of the storefront and added a little bit of that just to, kind of match what the tenants' prototype drawings are showing. So those are the major changes that we did. In addition to that, we've added the signage on here as well. The entry has to Old Navy is essentially the same as what was shown before, but as you can see on plan here, as we widen the facade, the HomeSense entry, we added a staircase, so it's a little bit different than what was previously shown. Yeah, so there's a couple steps there, but there's also access here. We made the curb cut a little bit wider here, and then this would all be flush, so there's access here as well.
So essentially, the Old Navy entry is in the same location as what was the Bed Bath & Beyond facade. We're obviously demolishing the existing vestibule that's there and sort of putting in more of a flat glass front that's more contemporary. And then we're adding an entry where hopefully the Home Sense store would be.
So the Home Sense is basically the addition as such?
As such, yes.
Right, okay. All right, what do you guys feel about the?
I mean, the materials that we showed you in April are the same, so it's
Okay.
the EFS material. Some of the coloring has changed slightly. Like we've got a darker blue where we've proposed Old Navy to be, but we're still using sort of similar split face block that we showed you in April, and then dry-it materials above that with some scoring.
You guys are doing the, I don't know if it's you, but your tenant's doing what, the awning in the back, right? The giant? This is the,
Right, so this is the same center as Giant, and
Nice,
they've,
yeah.
I think they got approval for the
So
awning,
nice,
they've completed that.
refurbishing of it. It's nice.
Right, we are. I mean, I think there's more things to come that we're working on right now, but it's, we look at this building as a old department store. We want it to look more
Yeah.
contemporary. So
Yeah.
sort of everything that we're doing is based on
Yeah,
that.
that's good. That's what, good.
Go ahead, Tim, questions?
For the facade, so looking at the Home Sense, so that's going to be kind of like a fabricated block, is that what you're saying?
It's the above material, the white material is EFS, that sort of green material is like a box, and the signage is part of that green box.
Is there going to be extra lighting on the building, or do you just rely on parking lot lighting as such?
Yeah, we're not proposing any additional lighting. There'll be lighting underneath the canopies that we're creating.
Okay.
So you'll have lighting on the sidewalk area to make sure that area is lit well for our customers. But right now, we're not proposing any additional
Is that
outward facade lighting.
Is that stone there now?
Yeah, so it's an existing brown stone to the left of the Home Sense facade and also to the right of the Old Navy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow, it looks a lot there, yeah. Taking that whole thing and.
And this
It's a little-
building is
it's a little
set
change.
very far back from Lancaster Avenue. It's sort of up on a hill. It's hard to
Yeah.
see the whole building.
Yeah, for sure.
From Lancaster Avenue. So that's part of what we're trying to do with adding a little bit of height to the tenant facades.
Oh, that looks nice.
Is it going to pretty much match the adjacent, who's ever to the right of Old Navy? Is that TJ
So-
Maxx or?
Right, so to the left is Micro Center. We're actually working on that building. That building will stay as it is now. Then to the right is TJ Maxx. They're staying as they are
Okay,
for right now without any modifications.
okay,
I would imagine until their lease turns over.
Right.
Yeah.
okay. All right, so we good with the facade and the additions and everything?
I think I think that will look nice.
Okay, Wally, you all right?
Looks fantastic.
Kevin, you okay with everything so far?
So far with the facade, yes.
Okay, good. All right, so we've covered the addition and the facade. I guess we'll look at wall signage?
Sure. So maybe we just look at each different sign
Should we
separately.
Start with Old Navy?
We can start with Old Navy.
Actually, I'm not
So-
too sure. You guys gave us information here, but it looks like your Home Sense up in Long Island?
Yeah, so, I mean, what we included in the package was what the tenants were able to provide to us, which is just basic standard
Okay,
information.
gotcha.
Like if you look at the monument sign that we
Yes.
included in that package, it's just a standard
Okay.
monument sign.
Okay.
But it was just trying to give you a feel for what they're looking at.
Okay.
So, like, with respect to the Old Navy sign, so there's a blue EFS background. If you look on the package that we submitted, they actually have some aluminum fins that they would like to put on top of that blue background, and then their sign is mounted on top of those fins. The sign is internally illuminated, and it is 4 foot tall by approximately 25 feet wide. So it's 100 square feet. So we realize that that exceeds what we're allowed to do, and we have to get a variance for that. But we're
Yes.
coming to you for, I guess, some aesthetic approval before we go for the variance.
Yeah.
We've been working with both tenants with respect to creating signs that we think are proportional to the facade. It's a very big building, and we don't want the tenants don't want the signs to disappear, and we're sort of supporting that as well.
Right.
The Home Sense sign, so if you just look at the letters, Home Sense, Those letters are approximately 2'7" tall. The green metal box, which is sort of part of the facade, is actually 13 feet by 13 feet. So the total area of just the letters is about 65 square feet. So it exceeds the 50 square foot maximum by about 15 square feet.
You're saying just the letters, are you kind of
Just the
boxing it?
letters, just boxing.
So how about the whole sign?
So the whole sign is 13 feet by 13 feet.
The whole sign is 13 by 13, okay.
If you include the green box as the sign, that's 169 square feet, if that's how you would calculate the area.
Yeah, that's the way we would, yeah. Okay, the other problem is they exceed the 15-foot from grade.
Right, so they are both above the 15-foot height limitation.
Mhm.
They'd get a variance for that.
Yeah,
So Old Navy is 24 foot to the top of the Old Navy letters, and the Home Sense letters are it's about 25 feet from the top of the H down to the grade.
Yeah, I mean, my position is, I think it aesthetically looks nice, but it's sort of irrelevant if you don't get the variance. I think from an aesthetic perspective, if the zoning commission is okay with the, zoning board is okay with the size of it, color-wise,
yeah. That's fine.
material-wise.
Mhm.
Can you explain a little bit more about the aluminum fins behind the Old Navy sign?
So they're vertical aluminum fins. I don't know, they're spaced like every 6 inches or so. I think there should be a drawing
You see it there, Tom?
Yeah,
in
so
what was
Yeah.
submitted.
So they're going to remain in like essentially setting out a rectangle with the sign, the blue sign being an oval? Is that fair to say? Because the picture we have here
No.
is the blue background being
Right.
the rectangle.
The aluminum fins actually are just bracketed to in front. There's spaces in between, so that blue would show through, almost like a screen wall, if you're familiar with that.
So then it's not going to be an oval at all?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they show an oval, but
Yeah. It's all over somewhere.
Right, yeah, there we go.
it's hard to see. But these vertical lines are the aluminum fins that we were talking about.
Right, I guess my confusion came in with the oval more than anything
Yeah, I don't know
else.
why they show an oval. But the sign is then mounted to the face of those fins.
So the Old Navy letters are 48-inch?
The Old Navy letters are 48 inches, yes.
Okay. And they're channel letters or they're not channel letters?
Yes, they are channel letters, internally illuminated.
Okay.
So then how far off the wall will they sit?
So they sit directly on the aluminum fins, and I think the aluminum fins stick out about 6 to 8 inches. The sort of the front face of the aluminum fin is about 6 to 8 inches in front of the blue, and then the sign is mounted to that.
So is the blue going to be flush with the wall? Or is the blue
I think it's
another?
actually, I think the blue
Is recessed.
recessed just a little bit.
Okay.
So you get like a frame around the blue,
Okay.
and then the fins sort of sit in that frame, if you will.
You're right.
They still stick out in front of what would be the light gray.
That'll look like a strip mall. What's going to be illuminated on this from behind? You have a big blue light at night, or just the letters?
No, it's just the letters,
So at nighttime, the only thing we're going to see is Old Navy?
the letters.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
It's not going to be some big blue thing?
No,
Right? All right.
no.
Okay. You're going to get enough pop off the building if they're white and the building background is,
Yeah, I mean, I think there's enough ambient light in the parking lot
Okay.
that you're going to experience the whiteness of the facade.
Okay.
Is there,
Um,
it's illuminated from behind or not illuminated at all?
The Old Navy letters are
They're backlit.
backlit, so it's
Yeah.
essentially
But just the letters?
Just
the
letters,
letters.
correct.
just
Right.
individual letter, channel
individual
letters.
Because the other
channel
stuff is
letters.
ephes, right, you said?
Right, so
is
the blue is
yeah.
ephes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to draw and show the
Yeah,
vertical
yeah,
fins in the
gotcha.
blue,
I
but
got
you have to
you, I
sort of
got you.
imagine that the vertical fins are there, then you've got the sign mounted on the face of the vertical fins.
So then the vertical fins then will extend beyond the lettering?
No, so This is, I don't know if this is,
Because as this picture shows with the oval, I can understand that the fins going all the way across the blue is there to support the oval, but if the oval's not there, that's where I'm
So the,
trying to picture this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, on that one, I guess the fins are actually blue.
Yeah, the foots are blue on this one, they won't be that way on, we're just doing the background. as blue.
Okay.
Yes, okay, good.
Yeah, okay, yeah, looks like a standing seam effect.
Okay, so for that wall sign, then 48-inch letters exceeds the height of 15 feet, you're up to about 24. You exceed the 60 square feet max that you're allowed. So you've got a few things, I guess, to go in for.
we do, right, the height and the size of the sign is.
Yes.
Is what we're gonna be asking the variance board to consider.
All right, well, how does the board feel about the signage on the building?
From an aesthetic perspective, I think it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah. And the home sense, is that going to be the same type of a recessed ephes or no?
Are you putting a carpet for the horse?
So the home sense is different, so the green box is a metal box.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the letters are cut out of the green box, correct?
And the green won't be lit, it'll only be the letters?
So there's a perimeter illumination around the edge of the green box.
Okay. Shining
So-
more into the letters, so the letters won't be backlit or at all? or
No,
they'll just-
so it's like the green box is almost gonna be glowing, if you will. There'll be light behind the green box that illuminates the facade. And then the box itself is dark, and then you've got the letters that are cut out that are illuminated. So you've got two, you'll have light emanating from the edge, sort of going out. And then the letters themselves are illuminated. But they're just set into the box, if you will, into the face of the box.
so at nighttime, are we going to see green or not?
No, I mean, you're not gonna, the green is not illuminated.
Yes, okay.
The edges of the green
Right,
box are
and the
illuminated, and
letters.
then the letters are
Okay,
illuminated.
fine.
The
Okay,
green
that's
is
why I
not.
wanted to check.
Yeah,
so this is probably a little hard to see, but this is a kind of a rendering of a night rendering, so you can see that there's illumination around the box, and then the letters themselves light up, but the box itself is not lit.
Where's the light come from?
So there's a channel that goes around the perimeter
Like an
of the
LED?
sign. I'm sorry?
Like an LED?
Probably.
LED, yeah.
That's fine.
So it'll essentially look like a light box with the letters on the inside?
Yes.
Mhm.
And the green is not illuminated, right?
Right, not backlit.
Not backlit.
So you might see some green at night because of the box, but
Yes,
it's not going to be a glowing green
It's
sign?
not gonna glow, it's not a glowing green sign.
Okay.
and that sign's a little higher in height than from the Old Navy.
Okay.
It's 1 foot tall.
25.
25 feet.
Okay. All right. And what else in that building? Anything else, or just that one sign?
Just that one sign.
Okay, on your plans, you were showing a projecting sign for Old Navy, or not?
I know they've talked about potentially wanting a blade sign.
Okay,
Um,
because it,
We haven't finalized that with them.
Okay.
That's something that's something they would like.
yeah, again,
Underneath- And it would be underneath the canopy, so
Okay.
not something you'd see from the front, but you'd see it as you're walking down the sidewalk.
we have the Wayne Business Overlay District, which is
Okay.
kind of for downtown Wayne. Projecting signs are allowed in that area. I don't think they're allowed in your area. Again, you might have to go to zoning for that.
Right. I don't know that that's a big deal to the
Okay.
Old Navy folks, quite
All right.
frankly.
I think your sizing and all is pretty good. You just have to look at the code if you get accepted and find out where you can put it. There's height requirements on that,
Right.
so. And how, the monument sign are both Old Navy and Home Sense going to be on the monument sign?
There are in existing panels, yes.
Okay, same colors as what's there now. It's kind of that hunter green. They'll keep
Yeah,
consistency.
we're not modifying
Yeah,
the design
okay.
of the monument signs
Right.
at all.
Okay. Okay, what else? What other questions?
I mean, I guess at this point, it's kind of more of a procedural matter.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think aesthetically, I think it'll look nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big enough building that I think the size would fit on the building if the variance were to come through.
It's gonna look better than a vacant property,
Yeah.
And it's
weeds and
gonna,
stuff.
and the facade will
Ivy.
definitely look better.
It'll look better than that.
On that Old Navy sign, you got, looks like 3 little
And
words underneath.
chillers on top, right? You're covering up the chillers, right?
What are those? Those are just.
Just dimensions. These are
Oh,
just
I'm sorry,
dimensions.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Right?
Wally.
You're covering up the chillers too.
Yeah,
What are they,
right.
is that what they are?
Those are, the rooftop units are
Yeah.
sitting,
And you're
there's
gonna
one
go
sitting
up
here
with
that's
what looks like a
visible.
parapet, now you don't have to see that.
Correct.
That's kind of like a little janky now. Now it's gonna look nice.
Yeah.
Nice, even, right?
Yeah. So we have kind of 3 parts of the application, the addition, the facade change, and the signage. So, do you guys have any other questions for the board? You all right? Okay. And I'm sure Kevin will walk you through the procedures for the zoning hearing board and everything. Kevin, you have any other comments?
No, I want to, I guess, clarify that the monument sign you are proposing, because the application didn't include anything in there about the monument sign. So I'm aware of one opening from Bed Bath & Beyond, but how is that all? And I think some additional details would have been warranted for the monument sign, because I don't know how that is going to be configured.
So there's one panel, you're correct, that Bed Bath & Beyond was on. There are some other panels where we'll be swapping existing tenants out and putting in one of these tenants. So we can bring those signs back, but it's our intention that it'll be the same colors as what's there now.
Okay. And then the only other thing in terms of this board's comfort level, as proposed, subject to them getting the zoning hearing board relief. If they do not, then it would be different from what you've seen, and you may want to see it again, should they not get any or all of the relief that they're requesting.
Yeah. Yeah, but basically, come back and show us a new plan.
Yes, if the
Yeah.
plan is going to change, if they don't get the relief, then the signs are going to be in a different location and different size.
gotta come back.
You would have to come back.
You gotta come back.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, good. Tim, you want to give it a shot then?
Yeah, so I guess at this point, we're gonna be going for the addition and the facade and contingent on the wall signage, or we're gonna just approve the wall signage?
Yeah, we can do it that
I
way.
approve everything.
Approve of the,
Contingent upon,
Yeah.
obviously
Subject to
contingent
the-
upon
the
subject
variance.
to the variance.
all right. In the matter of DRB 2018-25, the matter of KMO Realty Associates LLC, seeking approval of a new addition, the change in facade and wall signage, move for approval conditioned upon the receipt of a variance from the zoning board as to the signage.
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Any other questions before you leave? You're good shape?
I think we're in good shape.
Okay, good.
Appreciate your help.
Great. Good luck with everything. Thanks. There's your samples too. Okay. Young fellow in the back there. I don't know. Okay, we've got a young gentleman in the audience. You're good? Okay, very good. Is there any other business for our board tonight?
None.
Okay, we'll see you in August. Thank you. Have a good summer.